There's a woman who has been arrested for trying to hire a hitman to kill her own son. Her son is only 3 years of age. Put her picture up full mass. There's more to this story. According to court documents, Jazmin Paez, 18 years of age, out of Miami, is accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her 3-year-old son and has now been charged with first-degree solicitation of murder and third-degree using a communications device for unlawful use. Per Newsweek, the toddler is currently safe with relatives, and the mother was given a $15,000 bond in order to stay away from the child. She has bonded out of jail. Now you may say that bond is quite low, and I agree. Once again, more to the story. Investigators said they were contacted on Tuesday by a man who operates a fake hire and assassin website. This is a real thing. To report that the woman had contacted the operator to arrange a murder for hire for the young child. According to police, the website founder created the online site to catch and curb those looking to hire a killer. Okay? Police said the suspect provided the address for the child and his picture to help facilitate the request. According to investigators, the woman asked that the job be completed by Thursday. Police traced the IP of the computer that was used to make the request with the website, and it was the same one listed by the woman who made the request. Police went to the address and spoke to the child's grandmother, who identified the child as the intended victim based on the murder request submitted online. The boy was found safe and sound at the residence by police. There's more. Investigators then posed as the hired hitman and conducted a conversation with the woman, who confirmed the request and agreed to pay $3,000 for the murder assignment. Police then went to the woman's home and arrested her. Investigators did not speculate on a motive for the request, but said her computer browser still had the murder for hire website on it. Put up a picture again. I want to remind you that in my description of her, I said she's 18, and she is, which means she had the child at 15. This does not negate her responsibility, nor the penalty that will come. The justice system will deal with her adequately. But it does bring up this. There's a cause and effect relationship with everything. With everything. We have legislation across this nation that abuses children legally. Let me say it this way. If you mandate an 11-year-old child to bear a fetus to full term, ripping up that child's body, do you not agree that that is abuse? The child has already been abused by way of a monster, okay? We let that one slide. There are plenty of so-called Christian evangelicals who won't even challenge that law, nor say what it is. It's abuse. This person, this mother, she did a horrible thing. And I know a little something about somebody that's supposed to love you doing something horrible. The reality is she probably should have never had the care of this child, or never should have cared for this child in the first place. It probably was not responsible enough to do so. Maybe there's a mental health issue here. We don't know for sure. That is not concluded. But cause and effect relationship permeates into things like this all the time. Unfortunately, many of us, especially those in our policy sector, elected officials, do not take the time to look under the hood. They just want the car to look good. That's it. All right, thoughts here.
They just want to lock her up and throw away the key. And she is an 18-year-old now adult. What do you think it lies ahead for her and her life? Do you think it's good? My guess is it's not. and nor is it necessarily for that child. Who knows what kind of condition that, there is no guarantee that the relatives of the 3-year-old are going to be, are a great home anyway. I mean, it is so important to understand that the same people who tell us that yes, a 15-year-old should have no choice as to whether to become a parent for the rest of their lives, they're the same people who are like, oh, but should we make it any easier for a 15-year-old to be a parent by, offering expanded Medicaid, having universal health care once that Medicaid is ineligible, having any kind of home visits for doctors, like any kind of universal daycare. So a 3-year-old who is too young to yet go into preschool could have some kind of affordable and/or free care. No. We don't offer that. No state offers that. This country is so backwards when it comes to actually caring about children and families and mothers. So yes, what she did is awful. It is scary to think anyone would do that, and what a bizarre way to fall into a very obvious honey trap for someone like just Googling assassin. It kind of is funny, but ultimately it is tragic. It is ridiculously tragic. And I do believe that our justice system needs to be better than just locking her up and throwing away the key. It needs to actually rehabilitate. It needs to give people hope.
Yeah, and naturally we are going to follow this case. It is brand new, but no matter what, for a parent to do that, it's horrible. I'm glad the 3-year-old is alive. Thank God the 3-year-old is alive. This is still an issue policy-wise that must be dealt with if you give a damn about life in general.